welcome back to my channel. I've seen a couple of color tubers do a D-stash video, I guess, for the end of the year or whatnot. So I'm just going to show the books that I'm deciding to go ahead and try to find them some new homes for. I used to have a little over 80 books. I think I had between 80 to like 83 books, and now I have 67 coloring books. And I've always been very picky about what I buy ever since I first started coloring. I never just bought books for the sake of buying books. I always made sure I saw a flip through or I saw something in the book that drew it to me, and I knew that I was going to color about, I like to say, at least 80% of a book. If not, I don't want it. So I've always been very picky with my books, and I've even had companies reach out to me for me to show books and things, but I just didn't accept because I'm honest and was like, nah, it's not for me or what have you. So styles change, sometimes perspectives change, and you just may switch up how you color or want to do things, and that's what I think is happening with some of these books right here. So I'm going to stop rambling, and we will go ahead and talk about what more I would like to give away. Surprisingly to me, I really do not want this cute and creepy book by Camilla D'Erico, or D'Erico, however you say her last name. I don't think I want this anymore. Now, I did go ahead and cut out my picture that I did from this book. The only picture, no, I'm lying. This is the second picture that I've colored out of this book. But this is the only one that I really wish to keep, because I did a total transformation on this page by drawing in Ghastly and Haunter Pokemon, because I love Pokemon. I grew up on Pokemon. And when I saw this page, that's all I thought about. I don't know why that imagery and idea came to me, but that's how I decided to transform this page. So I did remove this page from the book. But other than that, this book is pretty much in great condition. I did color one more page in this book. She actually has this picture in another book of mine, because I do still own, if my camera will focus, I do still own Pop Manga Mermaids, and I do still own her original book, Pop Manga, which was so generously gifted to me by a subscriber, and I love that book. But I have her two other books. This one I'm just not feeling anymore. I like some of the pages. Like, I do love how Elm Colors did this double page spread. It was amazing. I still do like some of the pages. I like the Poltergeist page, but I never really was 100% sold on this book. Love the zombie page. Lovelia's coloring did an amazing version of this page. These pages, I should say. And Dee Willingham has colored a lot in this book. And I still love the Bride of Frankenstein page, or whatever her name is. I don't know. But I just don't want this book anymore. I'm just not in love with it like I love her other two books. And this is the other page that I've done in this book. And that's pretty much it. And like I said, I cut out, or removed rather, the page that I really want to keep. But I just don't feel in my heart that I'm going to come back and color in this book. I just wanted it because I was familiar with the artist, and like I said, I do really love her other two books, but this book just does not speak to me anymore, and it just needs to find a new home. And I don't want to hoard it and hold on to it, because these books have just been sitting on my bookshelf that I don't want anymore, and I don't have anyone in my life that really colors or is into coloring like I do. So I don't know. The fate of these books are uncertain, but we shall see. And I don't want to just throw them in the trash. So let's go ahead and see about the other books. Another book that I'm letting leave my collection is Elegant Beauties. This book is by Alina Lazareva, or however, I'm sorry, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing these names, but that's this book here, and it has really beautiful portraits in it. And I actually found a picture with Beyonce's side profile that looks just like this picture in this book. But the images are beautiful. She makes a lot of coloring books. It's on Amazon paper, that rough kind of paper, but this paper actually isn't that bad. And it just has really beautiful portraits in it. But I think what turns me off about it is that it's grayscale, and I was never one for grayscale. That's why I don't gravitate toward these images. I have colored this one in the book and named it Chelsea. But I have not touched this book in years. I've had this book for years, and it just sits on the shelf. But there are beautiful images in it. Here's the picture. And I found Beyonce facing side profile like this. And I swear this is giving Beyonce. I don't know why, but it just is. But anyway, really do like this book, and you do get 2 sets of images in this book, and it kind of reminds me of, what's the artist that does the hair, Mariola Budek, is that her name? I don't own any of her stuff. I think I own like one picture, I don't know, but yeah, the hair is beautifully drawn. Like, it's a really nice book, and just to keep it as the way it is, just for art's sake, would be nice. But this is the picture that I've done at this book, the only one. And I did this all the way back in 2020, y'all, in May. I have not touched this book since then. It's just been sitting. And I do have, like, some stickers and stuff on this book. But, like, on this page, rather. But, yeah, I do not see myself coming back to this book at all in any capacity, because it's been sitting for 4 years. So we can move on to what I have to show next. Okay, bit of a transition. Sorry for this, but I was recording with my light off, but it's kind of getting dim or something, I don't know, so I turned my lamp on. Anyway, here is a surprise to myself. These are all of my Misfits books. Now, I still really like my Misfits books. That's why I'm a bit conflicted about this decision, because the Christmas book I'm definitely keeping, or the winter fantasy version that she's done, I'm keeping in my collection, because I just really like that book. I don't color in it often, and I did not color in it this season, unfortunately, but I'm definitely keeping it because it's different and I like it. But the rest of these, I'm just on the fence about. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 of these books, y'all, and they all have numbers and are different themes. I still really love them, and I've done a few here and there out of these books. I don't know if I've taken any of my pages out. This is really old. I honestly haven't touched some of these books since I got them. What first drew me to them was because they were so different. And May, in the coloring community, she has her own coloring channel as well. She really used to knock these out of the park, and it really just drew me to this art style. And I don't know, I really like them. This is probably one of my favorite Misfits that I've ever done. The Princess Train is what I call it. But I just have not touched these books in years, y'all. So that's number 1. This is number 12, the Halloween one. And I really love I think the picture that I transformed to be like Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. Did I take that page out? I'm not sure, because I don't see it. It might not be in this one. But I've colored a few pages in here using some water media. That's why the pages are a bit wrinkled or warped. But I don't know, I'm just not drawn to these anymore for whatever reason. This is a nautical theme, and I've always liked this picture and wanted to recreate it, or at least somewhat use those colors and stuff. I remember coloring this picture because this was the first time I ever colored with alcohol marker and used pencils on top. This has a bit of stickles, but this was years ago, y'all. I'm talking like, a whip. I'm talking like 2019, 2018. These are so old. This is probably one of the most recent ones that I've done in this book, and I used washi tape for her clothing. The fairy one is so cute. I'm conflicted about this one because I do really like this one. This was the first page I colored in this book. It's funny how I can remember that, because I can't remember Jack. Love this picture. I don't know, y'all. And this is one of my favorites. Like, I just love this picture. I may just copy this picture so that I can have it, just because I want this one. But it's just, I'm not drawn to it. And probably I don't want to be in the mood for like inky backgrounds and stuff. 2023 was when I did this one here. This was one of the last pictures that I colored as far as Misfits are concerned. I have the alien one, and I think I've only done like 2 in this book. This one I love because I really love how I drew the fried egg bit around the moon that was already there drawn for us. And I really love how I had the idea to make it look like Britney Spears from her Oops, I Did It Again video. And this was the very first page that I colored in this book, but I have not touched this book, y'all, in so long. And when I did the other one from 2023, I did this one on the same day because it was really quick. And I do like this one. It's really cute. But I just don't gravitate towards these books. I don't reach for them, and they sit and collect dust, and I feel bad about it. This is another nautical theme one, and I haven't really colored very many in here either. I did this one, years ago. It feels like lifetimes ago when I touched these books, to be honest, because I've just been through so much since I've had these books in my life, and it feels like foreign to me that I even have them anymore, and the pictures that I decided to color them feels like I did them 40 years ago. And this one is number 3. I'm going to take, oh, I have a lot of scratch paper in that one. I'm going to take that out. And then this one, I don't know. I know I've done a couple. I remember distinctly I wanted to color this one for my birthday last year and the year before that. Did not do it. And I think I have the Wizard of Oz one colored in here, along with this one, where I transformed this into like a desert, not desert, hold on, let me get my word together, desert island, because this was originally like in the ocean, and I made it like a desert island with like pink frosting water and like chocolate drips. I don't know. It was a cute idea, and I really like how I put glossy accents on the lollipops. And then, yeah, this was the Wizard of Oz one I'm talking about. My nephew was a baby when he scribbled on this side, which, you know, I would love to keep for sentimental reasons, but I can let it go. It doesn't bother me. But this was like one of the ones that I did first in this book. And I remember I did a coloring chat on this way back in the day before all that child stuff happened on YouTube. But yeah, I have these, and I just don't reach for them. I don't think about them. I don't have the desire to color in them much. So yeah, last but not least, I have, which is a shock to me, because I have this book, and I will zoom in because it's so tiny. This book is Sweets and Dishes by Eri Nishiwaki. I don't know, y'all, but it's a Japanese book, and I love the imagery in this book, but it's just so tiny. Like, this is my hand. Like, the stuff is so tiny. And I do, like I said, I really do like it. And I found it on Instagram, the hashtag in Japanese, and like what people do with this is so cool. This would have been great for Christmas. And I did actually play around and try to enlarge this image by copying it, and it works. But I don't know, I just still don't want to color in it. This is a great Halloween or autumn one. Like, this book is so nice, and it's really difficult to find good food books. I remember coloring this because the season premiere of Game of Thrones, the last season, was coming on that night, and I hurried up and did this before the show started. But yeah, the illustrations are really nice, and like I said, it's really difficult to find a good food themed book, in my opinion. There are ones out there, but they aren't good in my opinion, and this is one of the good ones. But it's just so tiny, so fiddly, and I don't know why I don't reach for it, because I do like it. I don't know. It's a weird occurrence, y'all. But this is one of my favorite pages in this book, and I did do glitter gel pen in the background for the dots. But this is so cute. Like, look at that, how I was able to color that one. And some watercolor things are done in the beginning for you. This picture is ripped out of the book. I messed it up because I don't know what I was trying to do, and I didn't like it, or the page messed up and I had to rip it out. But I would have liked to color that one. And I have this ugly whip from years and years and years and years past that I will never touch because it's just came out so wrong. And then I think that's pretty much the extent of what I've colored in this book. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to find the one page that I would like to copy and enlarge. Like, I really like this one. I think that's a really nice one. And it's a Cinderella page in here that I would like to enlarge this one here and color it, because I think it would look so amazing. So I may go ahead and copy this and enlarge it, because I would like to color this one out of this book. But yeah, these are all the books that I'm just thinking about. Well, I already know that I'm just going to go ahead and find new homes for, because I'm just not interested. I don't have the desire or the pull or the interest to just color in these anymore. And I've had fun times with them, but I'm sure someone else can have fun times with them way more than I do, and actually enjoy coloring in them more frequently than I do. But yeah, I don't feel guilty about, you know, buying, because I know people are like, they have guilt and stuff. I don't have the guilt, because like I said, I've always been picky about what I choose to purchase to color in. But I do feel really bad about these just sitting and I'm not using them. And you know, it is starting to bother me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But these are the books that I'm going to be saying goodbye to. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, like I said, but I will figure it out. So if you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I would love to know if you go through your books and you see what you're going to gift or give away to people who are interested in coloring in your life, because as these years have went on, I'm sure we've all accumulated books and things and supplies that we just don't use, and it just sits there and we feel bad. Anyway, take care. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night wherever you are. And I'll see you in my next video.